Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to an all-new episode of Point of View. Joining us at the table today is none other than our girl, Ree.
How you doing?
Hey, welcome back.
Happy to be back.
Yes, welcome back. Coming up, the rumors are not true. Michelle and former President Barack Obama are not getting a divorce. But where did that even come from?
Right.
Plus, we're diving into some of the wildest, most outrageous stories to hit the internet this week. And we've got Girlfriend's Guide later and a little bit of self-reflection in mind, body, and soul. So come on in, join the discussion. You're watching POV. Now, where did this rumor come from about Michelle and former President Barack Obama that they were headed for a divorce? Well, the couple finally sat down and put an end to all of this. Let's take a look.
These are the kinds of things that I just miss, right? So I don't even know this stuff's going on.
Right.
And then somebody will mention it to me and I'm all like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
There hasn't been one moment in our marriage where I thought about quitting my man. And we've had some really hard times. So we have had a lot of fun times, a lot of adventures, and I have become a better person because of the man I'm married to.
Okay, don't make me cry now. Right at the beginning of the show.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Don't let me start tearing up now.
And welcome to IMO.
These are the kinds of things.
Wow. Now, here's the thing. How do stories like this even start when there's zero proof? Are people just addicted to tearing down power couples, or does the pressure of public life make even the strongest marriages a little shaky? I love that they're strong. I love that.
She's not quitting her man.
No, I love what
she
she
never
said.
thought about it.
That's right. They've had
I love
sometimes
that.
ups and downs, but she's never thought about quitting
I'm
her man.
I'm gonna tell you where that rumor came from.
I was waiting for you to tell it because it partially came from you too.
No, it ain't ever come from me.
Yeah.
That rumor came from the same person that said Michelle Obama was a man.
Oh, Lord.
Candace Owens. And I think you was trying to corroborate the story, wasn't you?
About Candace?
Because I remember when we was having that conversation, you was on that jump, you was on that bandwagon, and you was trying to act like they was heading for divorce too. You act like you saw them at the courthouse filing the papers.
What?
Well,
Yes.
look at them. I don't know why Tally is attacking me right now because I
either.
don't never. You need to roll the tape back, honey. You need to come with some proof when you come at me like that, honey.
This is my thing. When these stories pop up like this, I believe it's from the social media trolls who get paid off the internet to create these fake storylines, and people will literally just run with it. They just run with it. They just share it.
Anything they see on the internet, it's automatically like Bible.
Well, what's amazing to me is that when he was in office or getting into office, they call him, oh, he's the Antichrist, he's all this. But yet, here's a man who says he loves God, talks to him every day, but he don't need any forgiveness because he's never done anything wrong. That's so shocking to me.
Who you talk about? Donald Jerome Trump.
And yet, more than half the nation follows this. I don't even understand it.
You know what?
This woman respects her husband. He respects her. And that's something we don't see at this point. That's for sure.
Yeah.
In where, you know.
I know. I absolutely love what Michelle had to say. I don't idolize any relationships or couples, but I do love and respect and admire in a way their marriage.
Yes.
But you know, it'd be so funny because, you know, half of the bad news be coming right here from us. So I don't know why get crazy.
I don't know anything about that.
Did you get in
what is happening with Tally today? Do y'all see what's happening? And so she got all this talking going on. I don't know what's going on.
This is an older couple. This is like the ex-president and his wife. Why would you even say some mess like that? That is so
Because the
miserable to even
blogs
put
get
out there.
paid to be messy.
That's ridiculous.
We get paid to be messy.
Not us.
And I remember, I think it kind of started as well when it was time for Trump's inauguration. Was it his inauguration that Michelle Obama decided not to go to when they were saying that it was showing like a divide in their household and things like that. Yeah, so you come up people
because Barack went and she did it.
Right.
Yeah, you give them a little inch, baby. We're going to take a mile, especially black people, honey. We'll make up a story
It's
quick.
the fact, baby. Y'all know nobody can make us do nothing that we don't want to do. So if you want to go up there to that house, you go. I'm going to stay here.
Exactly, honey. She said she has never had even the thought of leaving her man.
I love
that.
it. I love it. I love the love and respect they share between each other.
Yeah.
Well, oh boy. We've opened the lines up. And Dr. Willie Montague believe that this is fake news. Okay. You know what? Let's just hear what he has to say. Oh.
So on the matter of whether or not Obama, Michelle, and Barack are getting a divorce, I think this is absolutely actually something that's actually really going on, and people just trying to cover it up because they think they're the next Jeffersons or the next Fresh Prince of Bel-Air couple, but they are not. And I think that people need to realize that couples do have issues, and this is no different between Michael and Barack.
Really, you know,
I'm appalled.
He's off from our show today, and clearly he said it's no different than who?
Michael and Barack.
Now, what he not gonna do?
That's right.
Is
Tell him.
disrespect.
That's
Girl,
right, Michelle.
I
That's
got
right.
to go. Willie Montague, sir, you are really funny.
You give them an inch, they take them out.
Yeah,
Shameless
see,
man.
you
Shameless.
said it.
He is really funny because Barack and Michelle, like that will live on forever in my mind. I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness. I love that they take pride keeping their relationship off social media, but yet you can't stop the trolls from trolling and having something to say. And I think you're right. They do get paid.
They get
They get paid with
engagement.
whether views or clickbait or whatever to say these terrible things. Yeah. And it's interesting to me that, I don't want to talk about them. The Montague would say this about a president who has respect within his family.
Correct.
But you know,
And not one that this other one he wants to put on a pedestal. That is so crazy to me.
Well, you know, he's trying to climb the political ladder, honey.
That's
you know,
right.
so at this point,
Sell your soul, climb the ladder.
You
What
know,
difference?
how they do. We might have to ask Will in a minute who just sleep with the get hit.
Wait a minute. You
Can I see what's in that cup?
all y'all, we give y'all an inch and y'all take them out.
It's too much. It's too much.
Oh my
it's too
gosh,
much,
let's
it's too
get
much.
on to the next topic, y'all. Now, this next story right here has folks shaking their heads. Okay, talking about a preacher. Now, I done said something
Willie?
already. Oh,
Don't do it. I'm a dog.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, when y'all hear the story. Okay, a preacher was arrested after allegedly leaving a 5-year-old child alone in a car so he could go into a bar and drink.
Huh?
Yes, you heard it. That's what.
But say it again.
Yes, a preacher left a 5-year-old child in the car so he could go in a bar and drink.
Wow.
Yes, he is a trusted guide, trusted, to lead people spiritually, and he left the child unattended just to grab a few drinks.
He's leading the spirits, all right.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Wine and
Doing
spirits.
that.
You know, that's what the alcohol
what they
was
call
doing
it.
back in the day,
He's
spirits
doing
anyway.
that.
But
They still call it
I'm not
spirits.
finished, though. I gotta finish.
all right.
The police, the police were called. He was arrested, and now people are questioning everything. When spiritual leaders fall short, how much grace do we give? And where do you draw the line? Now let's discuss
Now,
it.
this is where I don't like these type of conversations when we talk about
Keep it cute. Keep it
priests.
cute.
I'm going to say what I got to say, sister.
Keep it cute.
So I don't
They
like
own
when they say like, oh, we got to give, these people grace because they're people too and da-da-da-da-da. But nobody told you to sign up for this job and this position if you weren't going to try your hardest to live in that right light.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you could not have been trying very hard if you left a 5-year-old in the car so that you can go in a bar. You didn't even go do anything super important. You went inside of a bar to have a drink.
Child.
And do we know how long the child was in the car?
No, we don't.
Was it at
know.
night? Like,
I know they said something about it was 80 degrees because that was my question. Oh my gosh, was it
so this
hot?
is probably in the middle of the day.
Yeah, it was about 80
You just
degrees.
leave this child in the car.
Left the child in the
You could
car.
have left the child at home.
Somewhere.
So I can see how
He had enough. He said, child, I got to get me a drink.
But
Right
it's
now.
like, I believe it's spiritual
And leave the windows
warfare.
up in 80-degree weather.
Spiritual warfare.
Yes, that's what be going on because you can literally try your hardest and still be fighting so hard against whatever sin that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what
It
I'm saying?
happens, yeah.
So
This
it's like,
was a choice. I'm not giving this man no grace. This was absolutely a choice.
That's not grace, though. That's facts. At the same
it's
point,
really
we all
facts.
are fighting against entities that we cannot see. But at the end of the day, while we're talking about entities that we cannot see, looking at this man, I don't know if you guys, sometimes I see different things on people's faces.
What's looking a little
This man don't look like no man of no cloth for me. And it's a very thin tissue paper cloth. If it is, first of all, this look like some shapeshifter reptilian mouse rat eagle man.
Yes.
Okay, so at the end of the day, I'm just saying people are so close, and I feel like sometimes these people are paid for them to say, "Oh, I'm this, I'm a pastor, I'm this." Baby, this man came out of some cave somewhere. I don't know who Gotham United is, baby, but this ain't no Christian man.
Well,
Kelly
man.
said,
I'm with you when
she
you're
has
right.
spoken.
No, but I do see a lot of people fall. I fall short sometimes. But what I'm saying is when it be like big leaders, like for instance, well, I'm not even gonna say no names.
Please,
when
thank
people, when they go through things publicly, and then everybody scorn them so bad in the comments and everything, right?
Yeah.
When they have a cousin or themselves that suffer with the same type of thing that they're dealing with, you know. And it just it's like it's be crazy to me because it'd be like, how you so talking about this when this is what you do, you know? So it just be crazy to me.
Well, the baby didn't pass away. Like,
Thank God.
Thank
she
God,
was
though,
safe. They got her out the car.
And it was a little girl.
A little girl. Someone called
wow.
the police to, get the baby, and then he was arrested. So
Yeah, I mean,
his
he
mug
should
shot.
be arrested.
Of course.
Like, it's a baby. The baby could have
course.
died. 80 degrees, baby, it's hot.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No.
Well, y'all, we have to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. Girlfriend's Guide and Mind, Body, and Soul is coming up right after this, so stay tuned. You're watching POV.
Shout out to our viewers at home or wherever you are. You might be in your car watching because you love us that much.
Yes.
But shout out to y'all sticking with us during this quick commercial break. We have a question. I did not pick it, but it is, why does sisterhood sometimes fail us? And I said that I didn't pick it because I already know, because all men will fail us according to the Bible. The Bible say trust no man. But why do y'all think that sisterhood sometimes fails us?
Okay.
It's so many different reasons.
Yeah.
And one of the top reason is when they choose a man over us. And it's not that, you have to put us in different things. It's the fact when they be so dumb for a man that they're so blinded that they can't even see that this man is trying to separate you and your sister. You know what I'm saying? Sister as your friend.
Right.
He's trying to separate you and
You
get
from everybody.
him by yourself.
Yeah.
So he can just have his way with you, and the whole time, stuff like that. So that's the number one for me.
Okay.
I don't like when women are men over. When women are dumb over men either. God, why can't I get that out? I don't like that either. But I don't know. I feel like women are not. I can't even say. I don't like putting all women in one category because I feel like everybody, is their own individual person.
Right.
But I feel like it's hard to trust people as it is right now.
Right.
Like, it's not just a sisterhood thing. I feel like as people, like, it's hard for us to trust people in general. So I don't know. I feel like that's why sisterhood fails us.
I feel like it's because people are flawed, but y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back to the show in just a few moments here.
Welcome back. Now it's time to talk about all things love, life, relationships, and everything in between. Let's get into Girlfriend's Guide. The pressure to have it all is real and relentless. Career success, a picture-perfect marriage, babies before 35, and don't forget to look flawless all while doing it. But who exactly decided this was the standard? So let's talk about it. Are we chasing freedom or performing for expectations? And more importantly, what does your version of all look like?
Okay, so right, let me jump on it real quick. For me, I would have to say that the first question was, who do we think kind of created this standard? And if you ask me, I'm going to say it was the devil himself. You hear me? Done got us tied up in the rat race. And back in the day, listen, I ain't gonna play race wars today. Keep me, Lord, keep me. Okay, so I want to say I think that we've gotten to this place because we are, as the Bible says, lovers of ourselves. And so we're caught up in what this world thinks success looks like. And I feel like, we just need to get back to a place where, above all else, we want what God has already designed for us and kind of get out of this hamster wheel of just, I was listening to an old reggae song today. I think it's by Buju Banton, and it says, destruction of the soul is vanity. And I was just sitting there looking like, sometimes I'm a little bit vain, I kind of maybe was like raised that way. Not my mom's fault. I thank her for it because I take pride in my appearance. But I was just thinking about that, like, man, I need to turn down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I need to turn up on the upkeep of my spirit, which I am mindful of. But we just get so caught up in what things look like that we forget that this is not the end goal.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that because it's like, of course, all my life I'm thinking, okay, by the age of 30, I need to be married. I need to have 2 kids. I need to have a house. I need to have, and now it's like at 33, I'm just like, I need to chill. And it's crazy that you brought up the hamster thing because I've been saying lately, like to my mom, like I feel like I'm in a hamster cage and I'm just running and never getting out. And I'm realizing I'm getting sick behind trying to be so successful, trying to do this, trying to do that. And it's just like, wait a minute. Yeah. Like you can hard down rush yourself to your death. You know what I'm saying? God forbid. But it's like, I just need to slow down and enjoy the moment. I'm missing all the moments by constantly trying to just move.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes God will sit you down.
Right.
So he can have his time with you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because I know even for myself, I was talking to this young man and he was like, he's a DJ, like for skating rinks. And he started out like, just like, I'm like, okay, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
But now he's traveling everywhere. I didn't know that was like really something.
Like a career.
Yeah. And I was thinking just something just seemingly simple has just blown up for him. And I'm looking at things and I'm like trying to do this. I felt like God was saying, you're toiling. Yeah. And I need you to stop toiling. Yeah. And then he asked, he said, take this out of it, take this out of it. Now what would you do?
Right.
And I was like, that's very interesting because now I'd relax.
Right.
I'd let God do it because you can't do it without God. It's his timing. Literally. And all you're doing is just like toiling. It's in his time.
Literally.
And that's what I got out of it. It's my time. Still do the things that you know you should do, but don't toil over it. Yeah. It's not necessary.
Yeah. Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Julie.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, how do you define having it all? How do you define having it all for yourself?
Having it all, I don't know. I used to have dreams of like really like having like a full on career. Like when I was growing up, I never thought I'd be where I am today. Like I always thought that I was going to be a marriage counselor for the longest.
Oh, wow.
I just knew because I grew up in such a toxic environment that I just knew that I wanted to help couples stay together.
Yeah.
Like even though my parents are still together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be the one that just like, taught people how to communicate and taught people how to like stay in healthy, relationships.
Yeah.
So my all looks like me just being successful in life. Like just like having everything that I've ever dreamed of. Well, not ever dreamed of, but just being happy and content with my life and a little sprinkle on top.
Oh, a little sprinkle.
Yeah, I like the sprinkle.
Yeah.
Heavy on the sprinkle.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think society standards really, because it's so focused on, like you say, being in that rat race, and we're in a fallen world. And so naturally, I would think that it would do that in the fallen world. That's going to teach you against God's rules and his plans. And I think it does affect, our personal goals because they get, kind of sidetracked to look more as the world looks as opposed to how God wants them to look.
But do you notice how like on social media, how the people that are like really being themselves, they're literally like blowing up off just being them, like not trying to fit in, they just being themselves, and then next thing you know, They let Jesus take the wheel and they just up.
Yeah.
Jesus, take my will.
Exactly, for real, because everybody looked the same. Everybody.
Ooh, that was a public declaration. Thank you, God. Hallelujah.
No, for real, like don't start because
Hey, like, I don't take that lightly. Take the wheel, Jesus. Hurry now. Show up for Junie.
So it's like everybody just need to calm down and just be themselves and just relax.
But it feels like so hard to calm down because,
sad.
again, we're in this world, not of it,
Correct.
but we're in it. We have desires. We want things too. We're trying to get our desires to match with God's desires. Like we're just like trying to hone it in, but we're still here. And it gets hard to like keep that balance.
But you notice whenever you just take the deep breath and say, all right, God, I give it to you. Do you see like when you
takes
do
off.
that, it just...
It really
so it's
does.
like, why are we so slow that we keep trying to control it when we have no control?
Right, keep going back to it and trying to do it. Yeah, yeah.
I think one of
When
the
do we
hardest
get it?
things too is that, you know, as easy as it sounds to say, just be yourself.
Yeah.
I think that is one of the hardest things for people to do, especially in today's society, when people really don't know who they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so
my
I feel
God.
like that's why even when we look at influencers and content
Yeah.
creation, so many people are being influenced. You know what I'm saying? And so they're trying to recreate what they think they're seeing, but you're not even seeing a real thing.
Right.
So now you're even further from being
Further.
yourself. I mean, it's like
know some
literally,
people like that,
I'm
girl.
telling you, for so many people now to get back to being themselves, there's so much shedding that would have to take place. Like, I mean, there's so, even just imagining these different personas, take off the, and I'm not going to say take off the hair because of the weave, but you know what I'm saying? That, you know, just take it, just let
Take
it
the
go.
mask off.
Like the mask.
Take the mask
They're layered.
Agree.
Their
layered
arms gonna
mask.
get heavy.
Yeah.
The arms is gonna get heavy and they're gonna get tired and that mask gonna fall
What
right
Erica
off.
Badu said, bag lady.
You gonna hurt that mask.
And it's so easy because I always thought that I just create my own wave, But it's so easy. Like, I'm a makeup artist. And when I used to see other makeup artists, it's all on my timeline because I used to just all like makeup. So I'm seeing all them on my timeline and I'm like, how this person just started, how this person just So then I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, because this is becoming a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, let me not unfollow, but mute them because there's no way that I should be comparing myself to them.
That's the
And I'm
key.
like, since when did I ever compare myself? You know what I'm
But you know
saying?
what is so crazy talking about that real quick, and I know we're supposed to be moving on.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy because I think about some of the, like, you know, big Instagram celebrities or social media, things like that, and looking over the years, over the people, even since we're talking about makeup, that have done their makeup, and some of them look like they had this amazing platform. And if you follow them over the years, you see so many of them, I mean, their lives have fallen apart, in shambles, gotten on drugs, got sick, all these different things. And so I remember, like, when I was, you know, helping to raise my younger siblings and cousins and stuff, I remember one year a cousin of mine, she was in high school and she was kind of just going through, like, you know, not feeling like maybe pretty enough or whatever. And, you know, seeing these people that were so popular and had all these things. And I told her one day, I said, listen, do not get caught up in what they have now.
Yes.
Because God may be giving it to them early because they may never have it again. And so even when I think about, like, my brother who died young, he had a special closeness and relationship with my parents when he was young. And if I wasn't, you know, privy in the spirit and was jealous of that, then I would have been upset with him for what God gave him because he wasn't going to be here later to have it. So maybe they may have the fame and they may have the influence now because it's their 5 minutes. And if they can't make it last, baby, that'll be the only 5 minutes they get.
Wow. I really thank you for that. Because like that just really touched me. Because it was easily, I saw myself getting influenced and and I'm like, what is going on? So, and I had to write one girl and I told her, hey, listen, don't ever think it's a problem between me and you because I always comment on her stuff. I said, I just had to mute you for a while because I saw myself comparing myself. And I said, I'm happy that you got stuff going on. I don't know what this was, but the whole time it was the devil trying to make me envy this girl when I'm not, I don't care. So I'm like, what is going on? So y'all just stay focused.
What do y'all think it would look like if we dropped the pressures to be flawless?
Freedom.
freedom.
I truly feel like it would look like freedom. And it's so crazy too, because like, you know, I used to be like a makeup girly, and then I kind of like, you know, got comfortable in my skin. And then we started doing the show, and we had to do makeup because we're on camera every night. And so, you know, then it's like once you get caught up in that persona a little bit, you start to not recognize yourself. And this is how it moves with other things in our life.
Yeah.
Once we pack on all these other versions and visions of ourselves, it's hard to accept yourself as you really are. And then you start to think that your real skin or the real you isn't good enough. So now I'm kind of, you know, in the daytime getting back to that place where I'm just like, you know what? I ain't gonna put no makeup on. I need a little concealer.
Right.
Now, but you know, it's not the full beat. But I think it would really be beneficial for us and all people to just go back to the design. Even when you think about Adam and Eve in the garden and how they did not know that they were naked. They didn't know, like, we don't need all these things.
Right.
It's just that society and sin has made us feel like we constantly need to do more. And we just need to get back to the basics, baby. Give me 2 leaves and a twig and send me on my way.
Well, I love that because the Lord said, who told you that?
Right.
And sometimes that's what I have to think when something comes to mind. Who told you that? And then you know what spirit that is.
Yeah, who told you you need a BBL? Who told you that?
Get you realigned. That's right. That's a wrap. That's awesome. That's a wrap for today's show. Before we wrap, we would like to leave you with a quote. Black women can be the most invisible and the most hyper-visible people in a room all at once.
Yes.
That's why we keep showing up. Loud, soft, proud, tired, but present. That's Elaine Welteroth. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next time right here on Point of View, only on AFROTV.